Well, many of us wear masks to face the world on a day-to-day basis, and some people have to go to more extremes than others. As in this case, as I'm showing in this film, I had a lot to hide that I didn't want people to identify. I was going to a party and for New Year's Eve for the millennium, and I didn't want to be identified as this sick person who looked very unwell. And hence I wore a mask, and I wore a lot of it, a lot of makeup, a lot of hair and a dress. But I went to the party on that evening and nobody realised just how ill I was beneath that makeup. It's not so much about my HIV status, but it's more or less to say that no matter what happens to you, life goes on. And life doesn't stop just because Gary is not feeling well or Gary is ill. So people will still have parties, people will still go and enjoy life. And I wanted to be part of it. I didn't want to be marginalised and left out on the side. And by making this film, I just wanted to show that this was a certain extreme I was prepared to go to blend in with my friends. During this period, I analysed, rationalised and tried to understand what was happening without success. I blamed myself and sought out faults that prevented him telling me. He had put me in the position of having to be tested against my will. I never wanted to know if I was carrying HIV. The feelings of betrayal were so acute I could not entertain my own reasonings, and I felt so emotionally frazzled and petrified beyond belief. I earnestly hoped his explanation would be plausible, though I was clutching at any straw to stay sane. What awful horrors faced us, I naively believed there still was an us. My worst nightmare was in print before my eyes, and I was overwhelmed by confusion, fear, and a physical sensation that I was about to be sick, but my legs felt like jelly. I wanted to speak to the Samaritans but did not have a number. Hello? Hi, Mark. Oh, honey, of course I'm going to be there tonight. Honey, if I'm going to be wearing pine over chiffon, I'll be at that party. Uh-huh. Okay. Bye. I'm not going to drink tonight. I think it's best not to sort of tempt fate, not when I'm on antibiotics. Well, tonight will tell if I fall apart. I'll probably end up looking like Dorian Gray, all flaking and falling to bits. A fearsome foursome. Boy, nothing fearsome about us now. Mark's dead. And tonight I'll be wearing something to camouflage a multitude of sins. For years a fairy queen I've been. For years I've foiled the demon king. Nobody loves a fairy when she's 40. Nobody loves a fairy when she's old. She may still have her magic power, but that is not enough. They like their bit of magic from a younger bit of stuff. When once your silver star has lost its glitter, and your tinsel looks like rust instead of gold, your fairy days are ending when your wand has started bending. No one loves a fairy when she's old. 'Twas I who put Aladdin find a stage that wasn't there. 'Twas I who... Bold as an egg. You know, it's a little bit, she's a little bit orangey made up there, but it's, you know, you can see it's plain, there's no multicolored eyeshadows and stuff like that. I'm choosing to go as Lana. She starred in a movie once called Imitation of Life.
Alright.
And in a way, I'm imitating life tonight because I feel shit. Do you know what's a shame, Kate? I'm really glad you're here because I don't think I've ever got dressed to go to a fancy dress on my own. There's always been a bit of fun and a few drinks going around. It's hard to believe they're all dead. So long ago. Have you ever thought of going in for embalming, Kate? I'll keep you on a retainer. Do you know, when I was first diagnosed, I used to feel like I had AIDS written on my forehead, and people could read it off me when I walked down the street. They couldn't. I mean, I was just being paranoid, but you get that feeling.
You need a steady hand here.
Okay, Han.
Okay, have a look. Is that any better? Permanently questioning or
Quizzical. Still. It's better than it was. It's beginning to sort of look less ravaged.
I think you need more makeup on your eyes.
Do you think?
Maybe some of that gold would.
A little bit. Try putting it on after the eyelashes. I don't have an upper lip. Because I am British. There's nothing stiff there. It's hard to do. Do you find it difficult putting your varnish on your own?
It took me years to perfect it.
It's okay. It's okay.
Just. Not the lipstick on the
Jungle red.
No, it's alright. Just mean I can't see the side of your nails.
So long as people don't draw attention to my condition and health tonight, it's not a subject to be discussed. I don't want to be blabbing about sickness in hospitals. It's meant to be a glamorous evening and I want to really sort of be part of it.
A bit too frightening for me.
What's too frightening for you?
We need the dress, please, quick. Fantastic.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Right, now, what next? What do you think?
Fantastic.
There may be trouble ahead, but while there's moonlight and music and love and romance, let's face the music and dance, dance. Let's face the music and dance. Here's to life and the millennium. Well, when I made that movie 5 years ago, I didn't expect I would be here 5 years later to witness it and to give an introduction to it again. But and in many respects, I look at it and I cringe a little bit to think, was I like that 5 years ago? And I'm not so sure how many people will view me, seeing me getting dressed in a frock and slapping on makeup and a wig. But that was very indicative of where I was at that particular time. I've now certainly moved on, and I'm enjoying better health. I enjoy a very nice life. I've got very good support, friends and medical support and family. And yes,
but you're still taking the pills.
I'm still taking the medication, and I will for the remainder of my life. But it's a bit like Lazarus in the biblical story. I've come back to life again. It seems strange to be considering the possibility that my friends might fall ill and die before me, because for a long time I considered I would die before them.